Yo, good evening, USA, International, Canada, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. This is your man and homie, G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, YouTuber, creator, host with the most, misunderstood, lonely nomad, unstoppable independent podcaster, and of course, Queens, New York native, who is also a New York Mets fan from the neck of the woods of Laurelton, Queens, New York. And yes, you're now rocking, tuning in, streaming, listening, and watching the 129th episode of the Entertainment Review Show, Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast, live and direct from StreamYard and YouTube. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the channel page. Leave a like and a comment along with the review topics, and I would gladly get to some of your some of some of the rest of the things at the end of the show. All right. I hope y'all had a nice weekend, and I hope y'all ready for Christmas. I hope y'all did your shopping already. I probably I'd probably be the main person that's probably gonna shop online and stuff, but I know I haven't done mine yet, but I will when I get a chance. Um, and the reason I'm probably gonna be shopping a little late is because of the fact that I have a couple episodes that I need to knock out the park. Starting with this episode, the next one, and the next one after that. So I am trying my best to actually knock those out the way. So that way I don't have to record on Christmas Day. So without further ado, we're gonna cut to the chase and go on to a little thing that I like to call music Kool-Aid. This is where I usually talk about, the hip hop histories and what's going the hip hop histories of music artists, and and this one in particular, I'm gonna actually get to it right here. So this is music Kool-Aid. Um, right here. Just a second, folks. All right. Okay, here we go. All right, we're gonna get into this right here. So starting with a little hip hop history regarding Wu Tang Clan, um, Jizza. Um, okay, so about 29 years ago, Jizza released his sophomore LP, Liquid Swords, 29 years ago. So, Liquid Swords. On this day in 1995, the head of the Wolves, Voltron, released his first solo LP under the moniker The Jizza. We form like Voltron, and Jizza happens to be the head Method Man. After appearing as the closer on the Wu Tang's premiere single Protect Your Neck and dropping his own solo joint Clan in the Front on WTC's classic Enter the 36 Chambers LP. The genius who changed his name to the GZA after the formation of the Wu-Tang Clan in 1992, fulfilled the expectations of a solo album with Liquid Swords, which was released 27 years ago today. Well, I thought it was 29. I could be corrected. This should not, however, be confused with the first solo album, Words from the Genius, which was released under the alias The Genius before his claim to fame with Wu-Tang. With in-house album cover art of a war-torn chessboard from Wu-Tang DJ producer a la Mathematics, along with Milestone Media creative director Dennis Cohen, and released on Geffen Records, the debut album of one of WTC's founders was recorded in RZA's basement, as was the rest of the early Wu projects, including Meticulous and OB4CL. It also featured all of the original members as well as introduced some of the supporting members of the Killer Bees, including Killer Priest, Dreddy Kruger, and Alla Life, who sung the hook on Cold World. Other smash singles from this album include labels Fourth Chamber, I Got Your Back, and the timeless title track. Salute to GZA for one of the most formative concept albums in hip hop during the 20th century. Pete Rock and CL Smooth. On this day in 1994, Pete Rock and CL Smooth via Elektra Records dropped their second album, The Main Ingredient, 30 years ago today. Produced exclusively by the legend Pete Rock himself, The Main Ingredient defined money earning Mount Vernon duo. Signature horns and jazz laced drums patterns. Tracks like I got a I got a love, which derived from the ambassadors Ain't Got the Love, and was sampled in Jay-Z's and Jay Elect's Shiny Suit Theory. And Sun Won't Come Out became the production prediction of Pete Rock, even outside of his projects with CL. Ironically, this was the duo's last album together, never citing reasons for their separation. Nevertheless, we thank Pete Rock and CL Smooth for this time capsule of hip hop purity. Salute. All right. All right. Let's see. We're gonna go into let me see what else we're gonna get into. Yeah, let's get into some TV stuff, man. All right, we're gonna get into some TV stuff, man. All right. Yeah, some TV stuff right here. We're gonna get into is TV show checkouts. All right. Okay. Um, we're gonna go over a cartoon that came out on Nickelodeon years ago, by the name of Rocket Power. All right. So here we go. So Rocket Power is an American animated television series created by Arlen Klasky and Gabor Suspo and produced by Klasky, Suspo, and Nickelodeon Animation Studio for Nickelodeon. The show centers on the daily lives of Otto, Reggie, Twister, and Sam, four pre-adolescent children with an interest in extreme sports such as skateboarding and surfing, while also getting into various situations. And of course, the voices are Joseph Ashton, Shayna Fox, Ulysses, uh, Ulysses Suadra, Gilbert Leo, Sam Saletta, Gary Leroy Gray, Sam Marquette, John Cassier, and Ray Bumate. And of course, it did 4 seasons. It did 4 seasons from August 16th, 1999 to July 30th, 2004. Damn. Yeah. Okay, so all right, so the premise. So Rocket Power revolves around the day-to-day zany hijinks of a gang of four young and loyal friends, the adventurous and vain sports enthusiasts, and perfectionists. Oswald Otto Rocket, his tomboyish and kind-hearted older sister, Regina Reggie Rocket, Otto's dim-witted but loyal best friend and videographer, Maurice Twister Rodriguez, and the brainy techno whiz kid and relative newcomer Sam Squid Dullard, who lived in the fictional Southern California beach community of Ocean Shores, where they spend their free time playing very extreme sports, such as skateboarding, surfing, snowboarding, biking, street hockey, etc. Getting into numerous situations and overcoming the trials and challenges of growing up. Otto and Reggie live with their widow strict but loving father and veteran surfer Ray Ramondo Rocket, who, along with his best friend and business partner Tito McConney, who owns and operates the Shore Shack, a combination burger joint and surf shop where the gang usually hang out. In most episodes, they get involved in competitions, but end up learning their friendship is more important than winning. Yeah. So yeah, this is pretty cool, man. This is pretty cool, actually. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Let me see. Wait, broadcast. Yeah. This is crazy. Um, okay, so Rocket Power premiered on Nickelodeon August 16th, 1999, and its final episode um, aired on July 30th, 2004. Reruns were then aired on the channel until October 7th, 2011. Nicktoons aired the series from 2002 to 2010. Nick Gas also aired the series from 2003 to 2005. The series reran the Teen Nick's former block Nick Rewind, um, formerly the 90s all that, the Splat and Nick Splat from 2014 to 2017. Let's see. Let's see. Um, hold on. Um, Other projects related to Rocket Power and developed under the aegis of Klasky, Suspo, and or Nickelodeon have included Rocket Power Beach Bandits and Rocket Power, excuse me, Maximum Rocket Power Live, The Battle for Madtown Park, a live action extreme sports dramatic arena play that briefly toured the U.S. Midwest in the spring of 2002 before being canceled over low ticket sales. Shit, it had originally been scheduled to tour about 40 cities all over the US all the way into fall. In 2002, Nickelodeon also aired the Maximum Rocket Power Games, an extreme sports competition inspired by the series, which pits three teams consisting of professional athletes competing alongside aspiring youth athletes in a series of events. The special was co-hosted by professional skateboarder Andy McDonald. Let's get rid of this. All right. Now, I did not know they made a video game out of this actually. So several video games based on the series were released on the PlayStation, PlayStation 2, GameCube, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and PC throughout the years, including Rocket Power, Team Rocket Rescue, Rocket Power Beach Bandits, Rocket Power Getting Air, Rocket Power Dream Scheme, Rocket Power Zero Gravity Zone, and Rocket Power Extreme Arcade Games. And yeah, the soundtrack. So the soundtrack album to Rocket Power was released on February 6, 2002. It is officially the soundtrack to the television film Rocket Power Race Across New Zealand. So, number one, Rocket Power theme song by the Wipeouters. Individuality by Area 7, number two. Number three, 99 Balloons by Goldfinger. Valentino by Bowling for Soup. Bowling for Soup. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, man, that's funny. Oh, man, that's funny right there. Wow. Wow. Damn. That shit was funny, man. Anyway, and number five, I'm Cool by Real Big Fish. Oh shit. Oh man. All right, reception. So, Common Sense Media give the series a 3 out of 5 stars. Writing parents need to know that watching the show just might inspire future X Games participation. The kids never without a skateboard, bike, hockey, stick, or surfboard perform incredible stunts, seemingly without risk or injury. A boy with less sport ability than the others show kids that it's okay to need a lot of practice and only take the risk you are personally comfortable with. Okay. Okay, so that's pretty much what that is. So for those of you who may not know, this episode is titled Cool Moves, dedicated to a cartoon of Rocket Power. All right. Um now we go to hold on a second. Hold on one second. All right. All right, we're gonna go into some stuff right here, man. I want to actually we'll go into some stuff actually. So let's see. All right, so let's go over some games that came out recently. Under wait. Just a second. Just a second. Hold on. Wait a minute. Yes, we're gonna go into the video game chamber. All right. So let's go. let's go over the games that came out in the month of December. All right. So on December the 2nd, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp Complete came out for iOS and Android. Anton Blast 4 came out on December 3rd for Nintendo Switch and PC. Delta Force came out December 4th for PC. Entropy Survivors came out on December 4th as well for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Also on the 4th that came out is The Edge of Allegoria. December 5th, Bridge Constructor Studio came out on the 5th of December, Quest 2 and Quest 3. Caves of Qd also came out the same day for PC. Dragon Eclipse for PC. And Fantasian Neo Dimension also came out the same day for PS5 and PS4. Fitness Boxing 3 also came out the same day for Nintendo Switch. Infinity Nikki, PS5 for iOS, Android, and PC. Railroads Online also came out the same day for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Skydance's Behemoth, PS5, PC, PCVR, PSVR2, and Quest. For those of you who may not know what VR and PSVR it's basically virtual reality and PlayStation virtual reality 2. Symphonia, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. For yeah, so Dogman, Mission Impossible, um Mission Impossible, Impossible. Oh wow. Mission Impossible. Okay. So came out on the 6th of this month. PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Marvel Rivals, PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Tombstalkers for PC. Um, West Styles Law for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle came out December 9th. The others came out on December 6th. Also on the same day is Genosec 2 for PC. Only Lead Can Stop Them for PC. Road Maintenance Simulator for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Undead West for PC. Ball Air for PC. Deck of Souls PC. Dungeons 4. Not Another Multiverse. PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 1 and 2 remastered for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. And Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reader's Rewind for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, and PC. Monument Valley 3 for Netflix. Fairy Tale 2 PC. LOK Digital PC. Short Trip PC. Breath of 2 7. The Beginning Reanimated for PC. Clone Drone in the Hyperdome for Quest PC VR. Completely Stretchy for PC. Cosmic Royale for PC. Exercise Your Demons for Quest. Fairy Tale 2, PS5, PS4, and Nintendo Switch. Cabin Factory for PC. Pine A Story of Loss for Nintendo Switch, PC, iOS, and Android. Attack on the Titan VR, Unbreakable for Quest, Flint, Treasure of Oblivion, PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Alien Rogue Incursion, PSVR 2, PC, VR, and Quest 3. And Global Companions, also for PC as well. I think that's about it for the month of December. As you know, the year comes to an end. I don't think there's anything else. I don't think there's anything else to go over. I think that's it. I think that's it though, man. All right. Let me see how much time we got. Oh boy. 26 minutes. Oh boy. Let me see if there's anything else. For 2025 to go over. Let's see. So let me see. I think this is wait a minute. Okay, so all right. Let's go over the games for the month of January. Um all right, so for the month of January, January 11th, Devil May Cry, Peak of Combat, um, Momodora, Moonlit, Farewell for PC, Unstoppable, PC, Radiance for PC, that's January 11th, Raven Dawn for PC, The Temple of for PC, Atlas Whelp for PC, Immortal Life for PC, Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, PC, January 18th. Arc Arclands for PC, Another Code Recollection, Nintendo Switch, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered for PS5, Graven for PC, January 23rd, Howl for PS5, Xbox Series, Soundscape for PC, January 23rd, Adventure Quest, 8-Bit Dungeons, and Doom Knights for PC and Nintendo Switch, and Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney Trilogy for Nintendo Switch, Go Mecha Ball, Xbox Series, Xbox One, PC, Phantom Abyss, PC, Xbox Series, January 25th, Rin, The Last Child for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Under Night in Birth 2, Sis Less, PS5, PS4, Nintendo Switch, PC, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, January 26th, Tekken 8 for PS5, Xbox Series, PC, January 26th, um, Chronique, Chronique des Silencio, for PC. Rugby 24, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, and PC. Silent Hill, The Short Message. And we'll go over the month for February. The month of February, we'll go over that. Boxes Lost Fragments, February 1st. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink for PS5, PS4, PC. Project Demigod, Quest 2, Quest 3, Quest Pro, PC, and VR. PC VR. Jujitsu, Kaizen Curse Clash for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Persona 3 Reload, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, and Xbox One, and PC. Clan for PC and Switch, Nintendo Switch. Tuhu Danmaku, Dagora Fantasia Lost for PC. Helldivers 2 for PS5, PC. Konosuba, God's Blessing on the Wonderful World. Love for these clowns. No, not clowns, excuse me. For these clothes of desire. For PC, PS4, Nintendo Switch. Banishers, Ghost of New Eden. PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Um, Listfanga, the Time Shift Warrior. Ultros for PS5, PS4, and PC. Yeah. Solemn Infernum for PC. Sucker for Love, Date to Die for PC. Titanic, A Space Between for Quest. Tomb Raider 1 through 3 remastered for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Clash 2 for PC, February 15th. Gunvolt Records, Side Chronicle for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Played Up for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Nintendo Switch, February 15th. RC Revolution, Survivor Man VR The Descent for PS VR 2, PC VR. Mario vs. Donkey Kong for Nintendo Switch. Skulls and Bones, PS5, Xbox Series, PC. Furnished Master for PC. Nightingale for PC Early Access. QOP 2 for Xbox Series, Xbox One, PS5, PS4, Nintendo Switch, and PC. The Lost Legends of Red Wall, Feast and Friends for PC, PS5, Xbox Series, and Xbox Series. Yeah. Warhammer 40,000. No, it's gonna be 40,000 Chaos Gate. Um, Demon Hunters. Xbox Series X and Xbox One. Bandle Tale, a League of Legends story for Nintendo Switch, PC. Last Apache, Myth of Empires. Penny's Big Breakaway for PS5, Xbox Series, Switch, and PC. Pocket Card Jockey Ride On for Nintendo Switch. Slave 010. Slave 09, excuse me. PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Terminator Dark Fate Defiance. Um, Corpo Nation, the sorting process for PC. Garden Life, a cozy life simulator for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, and PC. Inculinati for Xbox Series, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Nyanvi for Nintendo Switch and PC, Pacific Drive, PS5, PC, Rare Root for PC, Feud for PC, iOS, and Android, Dice Fork, Dice Folk for PC, Shiren, the Wanderer, the Mystery of Serpent Coil Island for Nintendo Switch, Terra at Oakheart for PC, Wrath Eon of Ruin for PC, Brothers A Tale of Two Sons remake, PS5, Xbox Series, PC, pre Pecaminosa, A Deadly Hand for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Star Wars Dark Forces Remaster, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Time Melters, um, Angler Fish for PC, PS5, PS4, and Nintendo Switch. Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth for PS5. Welcome to Paradise for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. All right, so for those of you who may not know, if you want to look at the dates of each game that comes out, you can go to www.gamespot.com/articles 2024 upcoming games. All right. So that's for you. Let's see. I think I have a little time for a little quick analysis actually for Rocket Power. So the first time I was watching Rocket Power, it was in the 90s. It came out in the 90s. And the thing is, you know, what I like about the cartoon is not just the pacing, but also the humor behind it, and also it's I like the storylines of what goes on in each episode, and yeah, it's a shame that it got canceled years ago actually, and it was one of those good cartoons that actually came on Nickelodeon that was so popular, especially for people who skateboard, play hockey, who play who um who do other extreme sports and stuff. So you know what I'm saying. And I think that cartoon, Rocket Power, reminds me and other people of the legendary Tony Hawk. You feel what I'm saying? And that shit is like that shit is one of those cartoons that you like to get your mind off of certain things, off of the craziness from the world and all that other stuff. So, you know, and that's why I watch cartoons, man. It's not just for kids. It's for anybody who wants to watch it. You know what I'm saying? So my take on Rocket Power is basically it's one of those awesome cartoons, man, and it made some cool moves of of each of the episodes that I've seen. There's been some cool moves that I've seen, and yeah, and I think there might be there might be a cartoon like that, but I don't know how it's going to actually work. But we'll see. Time will only tell. So that remains to be seen and to be determined. So that's my take on Rocket Power. All right. So yeah. So yeah, that's about it for my analysis. All right. I'm going to wrap up right now, actually. I'm gonna wrap up right now, actually. So trying to knock these episodes out. Let me see. So we're gonna go to stream choices on the go. All right, stream choices on the go is what we're going to get into right here, right now. Um, let's get into it right here. Oh wait, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. All right. Yes, make sure you follow Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast on Threads alongside with my other podcast shows that I do, which is also on Threads and Instagram, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast, my sports platform, and of course my main comedy off the meat rat chains New York Avenue podcast. I gotta drop some episodes before I even start the episode 130 recording. And you can also follow your host with the most, G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. All right, so if you go to the link in bio, you're gonna see a whole list of artist streaming platforms, and if you want to watch videos and stuff like that, yes. If you go to Linktree/Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast, you're gonna see a whole list of streaming platforms, which includes Audible, Odyssey, Amazon Music, Breaker, Bullhorn FM, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM podcast, Overhaul FM podcast, Player FM podcast, um, Pocket Cast, Podfriend, Podhound, Podopolo, Panorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Podcast Guru, Podvine, Snipped, Spotify for Creators, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Fountain, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, the number one app where you can listen to music, radio stations, and podcast episode shows for free. You don't need a credit card or debit card to download iHeartRadio or any of the episodes whatsoever. All you need to do is follow Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast, the entertainment review show on iHeartRadio and other streaming platforms that I just mentioned. And also make sure you grab that subscribe button on the YouTube channel page of Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment along with the review topics. Tell me how you feel about the review topics in today's episode dedicated to rocket power. Oh wait, one more thing I forgot to do, man. Before I wrap up here, I forgot to do this, man. Let me just go over one thing, man. Before I continue to wrap up, I forgot to do this. Yeah, the video game chamber. I forgot to do that. Oh, wait. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Wait a minute. Yes, I. Oh, wait. SS Tricky Games. I forgot about that. I'm sorry. I forgot about that. Oh, let me get to that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. If I forgot about that, I do apologize. I do apologize. I was trying to hurry up because I have to do another recording. So let me see. Where is the SS? Where's this? Where's the? Oh my gosh! I knew I forgot something. Oh yes, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. I forgot about that too, man. I'm sorry about that. Yes, SS Tricky, also known as SSX2 or SSX SSX2 Tricky is a snowboarding video game, the second game in the SSX series published by Electronic Arts under the EA Sports Big label. Um, and developed by EA Canada. The direct sequel to SSX, and the game was originally released in 2001 for PlayStation 2, GameCube, and Xbox. It was later ported to the Game Boy Advance in October 2002. SX3 followed in 2003. Okay. Yes, so in SSX Tricky, players can choose among 12 characters, participate in races or trick competitions, and earn rewards. It is named after Run DMC's It's Tricky, a song that is featured throughout the game. Additionally, the game includes a behind the scenes making of video, which is labeled DVD content in the main menu. One of the major new features is the addition of Uber tricks, absurdly unrealistic and exaggerated tricks, often involving detaching the board from the snowboarder's feet. The player can gain access to Uber tricks during play after filling the adrenaline bar. Performing 6 Uber tricks earns the player eliminated unlimited boost for the rest of the race. Another added feature is the rivalry system, where knocking down an opponent will make them more hostile. SSX Tricky was the first game in the series to be released on multiple consoles, as the original SSX was of the PS2's launch games. Its PS2 version received a 92% score on Metacritic, sold over 800,000 units worldwide, and like other games in the series, achieved platinum status. Those reviewers felt that the game was more an improved version of SSX rather than a true sequel. It was critically acclaimed for its added features, voice acting, and general improvements, leading to calls for a remake in the 2020s. All right. So the gameplay continues the same basic method introduced in the original SSX. The main tricks are remixes from the previous game, like Mercury City, which takes place in New York City based downtown area, and Tokyo Megaplex, a course resembling a giant pinball machine, plus 2 new tracks, Garibaldi and Alaska. It features 12 characters, the returning Elise Riggs, Mackenzie Mac um Carl um Kaori, Nishadik, Nishadik, Kaori Nishadik, Zoe Payne, Moby Jones, and um, um, Jean Paul, JP Arsenault, plus new ones like Simon Stark, Edward Eddie Wachowski, um, S- um, Cia Owens, Luther Dwayne Grady, Marisol Diaz Delgado, um, Broderick Brody Ford, Marty Steiber, who replaces Mac, and Kim Yuri, who replaces Kaori, Hiro Karamatsu, and Jurgen Angerman did not return, which was justified as suffering off-season injuries. Winning medals in a variety of events unlocks new courses, characters, and boards, as well as improve the boarder's abilities. New outfits may be earned by completing a character's trick book, by doing a number of specific tricks during play. 3 kinds of boards are available to players: trick oriented freestyle boards, all around BX boards, and racing oriented alpine boards, which are not meant to be ridden backwards. The important new feature added to the series are the Uber moves. If players are able to fill their boost bar to the maximum, they will 8 will be able to perform uber moves, which involves characters taking their feet off their board and doing over the top moves. If a player successfully lands an uber move, they are given a short amount of time for infinite boost, which can be topped off by performing more uber moves. Each player can perform 5 uber moves, including a personal move if the character is using a board that matches their style. If a player successfully performs 6 uber moves, spelling out tricky on the boost bar, they will have infinite boost for the remainder of the race. Also introduced in the game is a rivalry system in the world circuit mode. If the player is friendly with another artificial intelligence character, they will treat the player favorably. However, if the player ends up annoying other AI characters, generally by attacking them during the race in order to fill the adrenaline bar, they will become hostile towards players in the future events. Damn, son. Damn. Hmm. Sorry about that. I was drinking some tea. All right, so all right, so molds includes free ride. The free ride mode does not allow players to unlock characters or boards. It enables characters to play with either 1 or 2 players, as well as allowing the player to get to know the course. It allows the player to unlock outfits by completing a trick chapter. Practice mode is the place for beginners to get the opportunity to get used to snowboarding. As in free ride, players have the ability to do what they wish and practice tricks. World Circuit. In the World Circuit mode, players have the ability to unlock characters, boards, and outfits by racing and competing in events. There are 2 main categories of events: race and show off. In race, the player must compete in the quarterfinal and semifinal rounds, and then in the final round and get within the top 3 places to win that track. The medals are bronze, silver, and gold. There are 8 tracks to complete. When racing, the players must attempt to stay in the lead of their 5 opponents, and show off players are required to perform as many fancy tricks as they can and obtain as many points as they can. If this mode is completed in race, the extra untracked excuse me, is unlocked, but is available for free ride only. Similar to Untracked is Pipe Dream, available for free ride and single event. Show off only, which is unlocked by winning a medal on all show off courses. Single event takes so your single event takes one of the events over a single heat from World Circuit mode, including race, show off, and time challenge. Medals are awarded at the end of the track for the first 2 modes, and second human player can be added for all 3. Okay, so the reception. Metacritic gives it a So for Metacritic, Game Boy Advance 66 out of 100, GameCube 87 out of 100, PS2 92 out of 100, and Xbox for 88 out of 100. So, all right, so Game Boy Advance, 2 stars. GameCube 4 stars, PS2 4 stars as well, and Xbox not applicable. That's for all. Game Edge, um, nothing for Game Boy Advance and GameCube. PS2 7 out of 10, and of course Xbox not available. Electronic Gaming Monthly, not available, not not available for Game Boy Advance, not available for GameCube. 8.5 out of 10, and Xbox not available. So that's PS2. That's for PS2 rating for Electronic Gaming Monthly. Eurogamer gives PS2 and Xbox 9 out of 10. Nothing for Game Boy Advance and GameCube. Game Informer gives Game Boy Advance 4.5 stars. GameCube 5.5 stars, or 4.5 stars, if you will. Wait, 5.5 stars for GameCube, 5.5 stars for PS2, and 5.5 stars for Xbox. That's for GameCube. That's for Game Pro, Game Informer. Yeah. So Game Revolution, not applicable, not available. Excuse me. GameCube, B plus. PS2, A minus. Xbox, B plus for Game Revolution. GameSpot gives Game Boy Advance, GameCube, PS2, and Xbox a rating of 7.8 out of 10, 8.8 out of 10, 9.4 out of 10, 8.8 out of 10. GameSpy not available for Game Boy Advance. 85% for GameCube, 5.5 stars for PS2 and Xbox. Game Zone, not available. For GameCube, 8.5 out of 10, 9 out of 10, and not available for Xbox. So applicable. I don't even want to say that. Anyway, IGN gives a ratings of 6.5 out of 10 for Game Boy Advance, GameCube for 7.9 out of 10, 9.4 out of 10 for PS2, and 9 out of 10. Next generation, um, next generation, not available for Game Boy Advance and GameCube. Next generation gives PS2 PS2 4 stars, and Xbox not applicable, not available. That's what that means. So Nintendo Power gives Game Boy Advance 3 stars, and GameCube for what is it, 4.5? Wait, 4.5? No, it's not 4.5. It's 5.5 stars. Yeah, 5.5 stars. Yeah. All right. Official US PlayStation Magazine gives PlayStation 2 5 stars. Official Xbox Magazine gives it 8.7 out of 10. FHM gives PS2 4 stars. All right, so the PlayStation 2 version received universal acclaim, and the GameCube and Xbox versions received favorable reviews, while the Game Boy Advance version received average reviews according to Metacritic, a video game review aggregator. It was a runner-up in GameSpot's annual award categories for the best Xbox game and Best Alternative Sports Console, losing to Halo Combat Evolved and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, respectively. Um, damn, son. Yeah. Most reviews hesitated before calling the game a true a true sequel, since it shared a large amount of content with the original SSX. Um, which was published in 2000, and all but two of the courses appeared in the original. Peter Suklu reviewed the PS2 version of the game for Next Generation, rating it 4 stars out of 5, and stated, in quote, "If you haven't played SSX, this is a must buy, but if you already own the game, the full price expansion pack is hardly revolutionary." Reviews like that of IGN's Aaron Balding complimented the added features such as Uber tricks and rivalry with other borders. Some reviewers, such as Shan Satterfield for GameSpot, thought that the improvements over the original were so good that SSX Tricky was billed as the best snowboarding game to date. IGN's Pierre Schneider wrote, "Overall, the PS2 SSX Tricky delivers the best control setup for returning players, but if you've never played SSX before, you might as go for the best looking and sounding version. SSX Tricky for Lucy Liu, David Arquette, Macy Gray, Oliver Platt, and Billy Zane, was praised by viewers, including GameSpy's Michael G. Moen, who complimented who commented that the use of celebrities like Lou helped bring the outrageous characters to life. The music system received much acclaim as it was able to adapt to suit the situation. Each course has specific songs paired with it to match the mood, and when riders reached maximum boost or were knocked down, the music reacted accordingly. The size of the environments, the detail of the graphics, and the trick system also received plenty of recognition from reviewers. In Japan, Famitsu gave it a score of 32 out of 40. The GC version on 30 out of 40 for the PS2 version, and 3 7s and 1 8, 29 out of 40 for the Xbox version. During the fifth annual Interactive Achievement Awards, the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences nominated SSX Tricky for the Console Sports Award. The PS2 version sold over 800,000 units worldwide, earning the platinum status in predicting the sales for the game. PSX Extreme said, "It's quite unfortunate, if I do say so myself, because a AAA title like SSX Tricky won't be getting the sales it really deserves. SSX Tricky remains decades later one of the best games in the extreme sports genre." In 2016, IGN called it the 95th best PS2 game. The staff cited its improvements over its predecessor, including flashier Uber moves. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So Legacy SSX Tricky is noted to have increased the popularity of Run DMC's song "It's Tricky," which is used as the game's main theme. The renowned song's connection to the game and its fans led to its inclusion in the 2012 reboot SSX. Possible remakes into the 2020s. Amid a number of games getting remade, fans have been clamoring for a remake of SSX Tricky. In 2020, Steven Rechtshafer, the producer of SSX Tricky, expressed his interest in the possibility of a remake of the game. When the game's successor SSX 3 was released for Xbox One in 2018, he was impressed, saying that a remake of SSX Tricky could work. Rex Schaefer said, that it is not his decision, but rather of the developers and EA who own the intellectual property. In 2021, Rex Schaefer said he was working on a spiritual successor of SSX, revealed to be Project Gravity, a free-to-play live service snowboarding game from Rex Schaefer's team at Supernatural Studios. Okay, let's see. There is, oh boy. So, hold on one second. There's a series. Okay. Hold on a second here. And make sure that I got everything situated. Where is? Wait, where is? SSX2. Wait a minute here. Wait a minute here. Okay. Oh, wait a minute here. Hold on. SSX. Okay, hold on a second. SSX Tricky. Was it? No, that's SSX Tricky. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. SSX Tricky. Okay. I think I did this. Wait, did I? Yeah, hold on. Hold on a minute here. All right. Okay, so SSX3 is a 2003 snowboarding video game developed by EA Canada and published by Electronic Arts under the EA Sports Big label. It is the third installment in the SSX series. The game was originally released on October 21st, 2003 for the PlayStation 2, Xbox, and GameCube, and was later ported to the Game Boy Advance by Visual Impact on November 11th, 2003. And to the Gizmodo by Exient Entertainment on August 31st, 2005 as a launch title. Okay. Set on a fictional mountain, the single player mode follows snowboarders competing in the SSX Championship. Players choose from a variety of characters and take part in various events in various locations, earning points and money by performing tricks, winning races, completing goals, and finding collectibles. Money can be used to upgrade character attributes, buy new clothes and boards, and unlock music and extras. Multiple players can play against each other in local multiplayer modes and in online multiplayer mode. Also allow players to connect to games and play against each other online on the PS2 version of the game, but it has since been discontinued. Development of SSX3 initially began in 2001 following the release of SSX Tricky, which we talked about, the previous title in the series. The development team was composed of various people from various different employment backgrounds, including an Oscar nominated visual effects designer who worked as one of the game's art directors. The game includes 30 different types of snow and general visual improvements uh, over the previous games, such as enhanced models and shadows. It was initially confirmed through a trailer in NBA Street Volume 2 in 2003. A soundtrack album, SSX 3 soundtrack, was released on September 30th, 2003. SSX 3 was critically acclaimed, with reviewers praising the game's open world, trick system, presentation, and soundtrack. It was the first game in the SSX series to sell 1 million copies. IGN Douglas C. Perry called it the best snowboarding game he had ever played, and GameSpot's Greg Cassavan recommended recommended it not only to veterans but also for novices of the series. SSX3 received the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences Awards for Console Action Sports Game of the Year and Outstanding Achievement in Licensed Soundtrack. Its 2018 re-release for Xbox One was also a success and was critically acclaimed. All right. Yeah. hmm Yeah. Okay. So SSX is a snowboard racing game played from a third person view. Players control one of the various snowboarders and compete in events set across individual courses and uh, peaks on a mountain. Um, Unlike previous games in the series, which contain unconnected courses, a free ride mode also allows players to freely roam the open world consisting of all the courses in the game. It is possible for the player to ride from the top of the mountain to the bottom without stopping or reloading each course. Right. New areas are progressively unlocked throughout the game. Players can gain points by performing tricks such as grabs, grinds, flips, and spins, a feature returning from previous games in the SSX series is the adrenaline meter, which gains adrenaline when the player executes tricks. It can be used to provide a speed boost or once it becomes full, perform advanced tricks called Ubers, which grant more points than regular tricks. Performing Ubers increases the level of the adrenaline meter, which leads to progressively more advanced super Uber tricks and faster adrenaline boosts. Performing multiple tricks of different kinds of different kinds creates a combo, doubling the points acquired from tricks, while repeating the same trick causes the number of points it earns to drop. Landing tricks poorly or hitting an object in midair will cause the snowboarder to wipe out or falling over. The player has the ability to recover their snowboard more quickly by tapping a button or alternatively reset the snowboarder back to the course if they get stuck in an area. Both wiping out and resetting result in a loss of adrenaline and the ability to perform Ubers until the adrenaline meter is filled again. Players compete peak goals, set objectives to progress progress through the single player mode and unlock all three peaks of the mountain. Peak goals are achieved by completing events, earning money, or completing big challenges and finding collectibles both during free ride mode, which can be accessed outside of events. The player only has to complete one of these goals to progress to the next peak. Complete Completing each peak goal unlocks a trophy for the player. Each course in the game has a designated event that players can compete in. Events fall under two categories: race and freestyle. Coming first in an event provides the player for a gold medal. Coming second provides the player a silver medal, and coming in third provides the player a bronze medal. It's also possible to obtain a platinum medal by beating certain times or getting a high enough score. The race event objective is to get to the end of the course as quickly as possible. Players race against other snowboarders, NPCs on the same course. Races contain multiple routes and shortcuts, which can give the player an advantage over opponents. Players can also use melee combat to knock other snowboarders over, slowing them down and providing the player with adrenaline. Race events have three heats, and the player must come third place or above in each heat to progress. Um, Once all race events are completed on a peak, the player's snowboarder is challenged to a backcountry race by their rival snowboarder. Winning unlocks a peak race where the player aims to beat their rival's best time from the peak to the bottom of the mountain. Both races have only one heat. Completing the races unlocks the next peak. Okay. All right, I'm not gonna get into all this stuff. So all right, so let's go to the reception. The reception, okay, Metacritic for Game Boy Advance. Metacritic gives Game Boy Advance, GameCube, PS2, and Xbox 63 out of 100, 92 out of 100, 93 out of 100, and 92 out of 100. Edge gives GameCube 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10 for PS2, and Xbox 8 out of 10. Electronic Gaming Monthly gives GameCube 9 out of 10, 9, 9 out of 10 for PS2, and 9 out of 10 for Xbox. Eurogamer gives PS2 and Xbox 9 out of 10. Game Informer for Game Boy Advance 4 out of 10, GameCube 9.5 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10 for PS2, 9.5 out of 10 for Xbox. Game Pro 4.5 stars. PS2 5 stars. Game Revolution A minus for GameCube, PS2, and Xbox A minus. GameSpot gives Game Boy Advance 8.1 out of 10. GameCube 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10 for PS2 and Xbox. GameSpot gives it 1 star. GameCube 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars for PS2 and Xbox. Game Zone gives Game Boy Advance, GameCube, PS2, and Xbox 5 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 9.4 out of 10, and 9.7 out of 10. IGN 4.5 out of 10, 9.3 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10, and 9.4 out of 10. As for Game Boy Advance, GameCube, PS2, and Xbox. Nintendo Power, not 3.4 out of 5, 4.3 out of 5 for Game Boy Advance and GameCube. Not Universal, official US PlayStation Magazine gives PlayStation 2 5 stars. All right. Okay, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this right here. All right, so official Xbox gives it gives it 9.1 out of 10. Entertainment Weekly gives PS2 an A minus. Excuse me, an A. Playboy gives it 100% for GameCube, PS2, and Xbox. All right. So there you go, right there. What it's I'll put it to you like this, man. I remember watching my cousin playing these snowboarding games, SSX Tricky, and SSX3. I gotta tell you, man, these are one of the best fun games that I see him play. I actually got a chance to play it too, actually. Even though I might not be an expert in doing fancy tricks and stuff, but I like the flavor of Run DMC's it's tricky. I like it, and I like the music behind it though, man. So that's pretty cool in my book though. All right, so let's see. Okay, okay, all right, man. I'm about to really, really wrap up here, man. And like I said before, man. Like I said before, man. Don't forget to follow Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast on Threads and my other podcast shows that I do um on um on Threads and Instagram. Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast it's also on Instagram as well as Off the Meat Right Chains New York Avenue podcast, and myself G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. Go to the link in bio. You're gonna see streaming platforms. Um, you're gonna see streaming platforms. Audible, Odyssey, MSR Music, Breaker, Bullhorn FM, Castbox, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Overhaul FM Podcast, Player FM Podcast, Podfriend, Podhound, Podopolo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Podcast Guru, Podvine, Snip, Spotify for Creators, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Fountain, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, the number one app where you can listen to music, radio stations, and podcast show episodes for free. You don't need a credit card or debit card to download iHeartRadio. All you need to do is just follow on iHeartRadio. And of course, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube as well as leaving a like and a comment along with the episodes and review topics. Add the podcast to your playlist and enable alerts so you don't miss out on any new video episode podcast live streams. Yeah. Yes, video episode podcast live stream recordings. And of course, new episodes on every streaming platform. And of course, tell a friend to another friend, spread the word. Word of mouth is important. Share my link tree of Linktree slash G, no, excuse me, Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast. Linktree slash Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast with your husbands, your wives, your boyfriends, girlfriends, people you're cool with from work, and everywhere else in between. And share my podcast with streaming platforms, including YouTube, wherever you listen, stream, and watch your podcasts. All right. That's going to do it, man. I'm your man, G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator. Thank you very much for listening to episode 129 of the Entertainment Review Show, Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast, titled Cool Moves, dedicated to Rocket Power and the SSX snowboarding games. for each game system that came out: SSX, SSX Tricky, and SSX3. All right. Yeah, remember the grind doesn't stop. Hard work pays off. If you want something, you have to work hard and earn it. And it's not going to be given to you on a fucking silver platter. All you have to do is just find your skill, find your niche, and of course do what makes you happy. And be on your P's and Q's creatively, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. That gets you into your zone alongside with tunnel vision. There's no guidebook or manual when it comes to following your path and your journey. All right. So that's gonna really do it, man. I'm gonna get up out of here so I could prep for another episode recording. Peace and one love. Enjoy your Christmas and everything else in between. Everything else in between, your New Year's, your Hanukkahs, Kwanzaa's, and make sure you enjoy Christmas and you do some Christmas shopping. And yeah, I hope you have a nice Christmas. I'll be back. Good night, everybody.